Hi YouTube, check this out. I just got the Milwaukee pruning saw, which I think is going to be awesome for doing trail maintenance. So I have a ton of Milwaukee tools and I've got about 8 M18 batteries. Unfortunately, this takes the M12 battery. This is the first tool I've purchased that uses a different battery. So let's take a look at the chainsaw. This is my battery. XC 4.0 lithium. Hopefully this being this small, it won't use a lot of juice. You get the charger, the saw, and a battery. I have to put oil in this. Okay, this is probably not the best place to do this, but do it on my lap. Doesn't matter what bar oil you use. I'm going to... Oh no. The heck. Hardly takes any oil at all. What the heck? Okay, I have oil all over everything. Yeah, it shows it's full. That's crazy how little oil this takes. Check the chain. Chain's pretty tight. See if it'll run. I have a friend who has the steel version of this and loves it for trail work because he can fit it in his backpack and ride his bike, and it's very lightweight. I only have a very small Camelback. Doesn't really fit in here very well. Yeah, this Camelback Skyline is too small, but I think a Camelback Mule or a Camelback Hog would work. But I have a larger Osprey day pack. Oh yeah, fits in there very nicely. So I'm going to take this and go around on my mountain bike and see if I can find any trees down and get rid of them. I'm going to go get a weight on this and a weight on my other saw. So my full-size Milwaukee chainsaw with a 6.0 battery installed weighs in at 13 pounds, 11 ounces. I don't know if you can see that there. So the Milwaukee pruning saw, which I just noticed says Hatchet, is 4 pounds, 14 ounces. So over 9 pounds lighter, which is awesome. I really wish this saw took M18 batteries because I have got a ton of them, and they have this nice feature where you can push a button and see how much charge they have and throw them in the charger, and while it's charging it shows you how much charge they have. This one, there is no charge indicator on it, so I will pop it in here, and looks like it needs to charge. So I'm going to give that some time. So I really wish this took M18 batteries because this is the only tool I have that uses an M12 battery. And I have a ton of Milwaukee tools that all use M18 batteries. And I've got a ton of M18 batteries. You can take an M18 battery and easily could have had that sitting on the back of there, nice and balanced. Even my little sander is M18. That's smaller than this chainsaw, so I'm not sure why they chose to go with M12. It's a bit of a bummer. I've had this thing charging for quite a while and it's still not fully charged, so I'm going to go take it out anyway and see how it works. Okay, because this still seems to be leaking oil, I'm going to bring my older pack. Plus I'm going to bring my loppers and my Silky Big Boy 2000 handsaw in case this battery doesn't last very long and I find more to do than what I'm expecting. Okay, there's everything inside the pack. Loppers are the longest thing. This is very easy to ride with. I barely even noticed the weight. Okay, I've only been half a mile and I ran across the first tree. This is on an uphill, so it's a little difficult to get up and it's kind of long, so it's a perfect candidate for the little saw. I'm kind of nervous about using something like this one-handed. Doesn't seem like this is a handle to hold on to. Okay. Looks like this can be used either lefty or righty. They have a push here, a push there, or push it this way here. Well, here's another tree and it's huge. There's no way the saw can cut that, but I think I can cut all these little branches and make it easier when I come back to do the big log. Yeah, there's really no way this will cut through this. Okay, this is a tiny little tree, but it's stuck in the ground over there, and it's pretty long, so it's hard to pull out. Now, little trees like this grow in the ground and are a pain in the ass. Alright, this is a little jumpy for something this small. Hey, this tree has been cut before, but it's a little close to the edge of the path, so I think I'm going to cut it back a little bit. Okay, it definitely struggled a little bit with that. So that was just shy of the full width of the blade. Okay, I've always hated this log. It does look like right here, I should be able to cut through. So. Here we go. So, you can probably barely make out this, but there's a bunch of real small trees here on the edge of the trail, and I'm wondering if I can use this to get rid of some of those. Not bad. A little jumpy. A little jumpy. Alright, that was really jumpy. I think we're better off with loppers. These are Fiskar extending loppers. So you do this and the handle extends, I think, up from there. And they give you a lot more leverage and a lot more reach. So you don't have to get as far, as close to what you're cutting. So now I can just snip off these. And when I snip them off, I like to snip them right at ground level, as level as I can. So that, yeah, this is definitely easier than the saw. So, wish there was a power tool that I could use to do this. Okay, since this is called the pruning saw, let's see how it works on these. Not bad. Okay, I just cut back a whole mess of stuff, but there's a bunch of thicker things that I can't get with my loppers, so I'm going to try to get them with this saw. Now this particular one right there was cut by a beaver, because there's a beaver dam over there. The beavers tend to leave very dangerous little pointy stubs for you to fall on, so I'm going to cut this off at the base. Are you kidding me? Huh. I don't know if the battery's dying already. Okay, we've got another one of these right here. couple more right here. Wow. I don't know why it's jamming up. It seems to still have battery. Several stumps in one. Definitely would be harder with my handsaw, that's for sure. My saw is back on the trail a little ways, so I'm going to get these trees. With this, even though I could lopper them. Okay, the blade seems to be getting a bit loose. You can see that. Definitely would like that tighter, so let's see what we can do. Can we get this out, or is it like my other one? Oh, great, perfect. So now I'm going to flip this over and loosen this and tighten this. Oh, that was really loose. So I'm going to go just a little bit tighter. And that's pretty good. So that's good. I just noticed something over here. Seems to be some kind of a battery indicator, but I don't see how you invoke it. Nice. This is a good design. Okay, the battery indicator here, if you can see it there, seems to light up if you operate the saw. So I don't know if that's showing up, but I have 2 bars. So I didn't think you could tell how much charge you had, but I still have 2 bars left. So I probably shouldn't do this, but we have these trails that are horribly rooty. So let's see what would happen if I tried to cut one of these out. Maybe I'll start in the middle. That went pretty well. I guess I'm through. I hope I wasn't hitting rocks. Wow, these come out pretty easy. So that was my first time using this, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's pretty good for things that are too big for loppers, but it certainly won't cut anything bigger than 6 inches. I used about maybe half of the bar oil and half the battery. One thing I don't like is that there's no battery indicator on the battery, and the battery indicator is on the saw right there, and that's not a good side if you are right-handed. Doesn't come on unless you actually run the saw a little bit, and well, I can't tell, but I'm up to 3 bars and I've only been charging for a couple minutes. So one thing I couldn't figure out was how to release the battery. It's like stuck in there, and I was like, what the hell? And you really have to squeeze hard to get it out of there. It clips right in, really solid, but you gotta squeeze really hard on this part to get it out. It's a lot easier with the M18s. That's a much easier and bigger thing to squeeze. By the way, I think this would be great if you were camping and you had some firewood you needed to cut up, or if you had brush in the backyard you wanted to cut up. Hey, I wonder what it uses for sharpening the chain. So that fits in just like that. That's I think it's a smaller chain, quite possibly, than what's on this one. It looks just a little bit too big. It's not sinking into the teeth very well. This sinks in much, much better. So, yeah, probably need a different file to sharpen this chain. Okay, overall, pretty happy with it. Thanks for watching.